welcome to the Business and Bubbly podcast. This is the place for women in business who are on the journey of building their big ideas and want to have fun along the way. It's for those of us who also know we aren't meant to do business or life alone. Hi, I'm Charity Majors, your host and the founder of Business and Bubbly. Think of this kind of like the can I pick your brain chats that you've always wanted to have with those who are doing epic things, plus business besties, hype girls, and getting into massive action towards your next big idea all in the same place. Oh, and bubbles, because if you're not having fun along the way, you're not doing it right. Together, we'll unlock what it means to be seen, known, heard, and championed all along the ups and downs of entrepreneurship and being a woman in business building big dreams. Each week, I'll bring you a quick sip business tip, as well as interviews from top experts that make you feel like you're getting bottle service for your business. We're having the raw and real conversations and chatting about all the things, the messy middle, the pivots, scaling, the good days and the bad days, because here we do real. It's where we can work hard, play hard, cry it out, and dance it out all at the same time without being judged. This is a place where we are in the arena together and we are each other's biggest fans because most of us have enough comments from the cheap seats. It's where our too much is par for the course and where the gaps of our not enough are filled in by the other epic women that are around us. It's where we can be unapologetic about the mission we are on, about the big dreams on our heart, and the business we are building without having to be perfect or have it all together, or even pretend to. It's a supportive community where business is being done amongst like-minded women, because when money gets in the hands of good women, great things happen. It's a place where you have the support around you to get out of your comfort zone and go after your big ideas, because even when you fail forward or when you reach the top, you know it won't be alone. Also, if you know anything about me, you'll know that I'm obsessed with creating platforms that lift up other women to be seen and heard and known. So with that in mind, I'd like to invite you to list your business on our directory called Find Women in Business. All you've got to do is text the word directory to 833-231-8098, and I'll text you the link back to get your free listing. This is also a great way to connect with other women in business from around the world, so definitely check it out. And now let's get to the good stuff. Grab a glass of your favorite beverage, Prosecco, bubbly water, or whatever your flavor is, and let's dive in. Are you with me? Here we go. Hello, friend. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, Charity Majors, and I am excited for you to be here for this on-the-go inspo in today's episode. And today's episode is actually brought to you by our brand new Find Women in Business directory. And if you are a woman in business and you want to not only be featured, but more importantly, you want to find like-minded women. You want to find the women that you can collaborate with. You want to find the ones that you know that have been vetted. They are all about collaboration. They are ready to do business with you and for you, or you can hire them with the awesome thing that they have that can help your business because you are tired of going at it alone, or there's something in your business that you just can't quite figure out and you need some help. Then I want you to head on over to our directory. So all you've got to do is text me the word directory to 833-231-8098. I'll text you back the link. This is where you can get featured. You can list your business. You can, whether if you are a product or a service-based business, you can also search for women based off of location, based off of expertise, based off of different categories in business. So head on over to the directory. Just text the word directory to 833-231-8098 and get plugged into our Find Women in Business directory. Now, in today's episode, I actually want to chat a little bit about the power of community and the power of not going at it alone. And now I know if I'm talking to women in business, and there's probably a lot of solopreneurs out there, and I trust me when I say that I used to be this as well. So I absolutely know what you're going through when it comes to, like doing things and figuring it out and kind of bootstrapping your way towards the thing, towards the goal, towards the creating of this thing that you're doing. And what's really interesting is there's this thing in entrepreneurship with people in general in business where, right, if you can imagine with me for a second, right, like you've got this goal, you've got this dream, this project that you're doing, this thing that you're going to launch, and you're like stepping towards it, right? Like you've got these like baby steps that you're stepping on the journey towards this goal, towards this outcome. And what happens is we kind of come up against this roadblock that says, oh, I don't know how to do this thing, right? I don't know how to create a funnel. I don't know how to do marketing. I don't know how to do content creation. I don't know how to do copywriting. I don't know how to do a website. I don't know how to, right, like to license this thing out, to launch this product, to whatever that might mean. And all of a sudden we go on this detour, like if you can imagine like a freeway, and you get off on this exit, on this detour that says like, okay, I've got to learn how to do this thing, right? And what's really interesting is in this, right, this proverbial, this navigation, this journey, if you can imagine with me, towards this goal, every single detour that we take off of the freeway obviously takes us longer to get there, right? We might go on a back road, we might get stuck in traffic, we might, right, like now we're on this journey of like this detour of learning how to do the thing instead of finding a who. And here's my challenge for you today, is that every single time you kind of come up against this block of, oh, I don't know how to do this thing, I actually want you to replace that word how with who, okay? So instead of saying, oh, I need to figure out how to do this, I want you to say, who, I need to find who can do this for me. I need to find who I can collaborate with to do this for me, right? And whether that is, again, going on our directory and finding a woman that can do the marketing or the social media management or the copywriting or the coaching, the mindset thing, the whatever it is that you might need for your business, and the who, I want you to remember that, because what it actually does is it will keep you on the fast track, and it will actually keep your product or your service a higher quality. Because if there's anything that I've found, it's, right, so here's an example. So actually when I started podcasting years and years and years ago, before podcasting was like even really cool, I had a podcast that was called Gen Y Unlocked, like WHY. And it was all like specifically for millennials and their purpose and all this different stuff. And I went on this journey of like, okay, like how do I podcast, right? Like, and I like learned about like how to upload it and how to create the graphic and how to put it on the thing and how to edit it and how to like chop it up and how to like do the intro and do the outro and all this different stuff and how to do the show notes and how to put it on the blog and how to, like, it was like this 25 million step process to get out like one episode. And what was really interesting was I started to realize that I hated it. Like I hated podcasting, even though for me personally, I know that I'm called to be a communicator. I know that I'm called to be a voice. And so what I found out was that it was not like I wasn't doing these tasks that were keeping me in not only my zone of genius, but what made me love it in the first place was to be a voice and to be a communicator. And so then when I started my other podcast, Meant for More, what I knew that I was going to do was only like have the epic conversations with the epic people or like do these quick little episodes like this and then outsource the rest. Like I found a podcast manager to be able to take care of the rest. Like the technical stuff that I hated, that it was like taking me like 5 hours to do. And now like, because she's an expert, like the production is better, the images are better. Like it just, and I'm having way more fun doing it. And this has been 3 years now since I Meant for More podcast, and she's doing this one too, and it's amazing, and I love it, because like I said, I get to like be in my zone of genius where I know that I'm called to be the communicator and be a voice, and then my amazing girl, Sarah Jane, she just like gets to like take it and like do all of the other amazing things that need to happen for a podcast to get out there, but that I don't have to do it. right? And so what has been amazing is that I have been able to be more efficient in my time, whether it's in podcasting or I have a couple other assistants that I work with and my team to get other tasks and other things done. And I get to stay more in my zone of genius and things get done faster, right? I get to accomplish more, or my projects get done faster. My things can get launched faster because many hands make light work, right? And it's not all on me, right? And if I want to have the podcast and have the course and have the community and have the business and write the next book and be with my family and go on date night and right, like have girl time and play Legos with my kiddo and all these things, many hands make light work. And so where is it that you are maybe you're trying to figure out how, but you need to actually find a who? Okay. And there's a saying, I know you've probably heard it, and it says that if you want to go far, go alone, but if you want to go fast, go together. And this is where, whether it is you're collaborating in community, maybe you are collaborating with another person, that has a similar market as you, similar ideal clients as you. Maybe you guys are able to launch something together. Maybe you are in a networking group like we have at Business and Bubbly. Maybe, again, you're looking at the Find Women in Business directory. You're finding those people that you can collaborate with, those like-minded people that you can collaborate with, so that the project, the mission, the goal, the thing can actually get out into the world instead of you going on these constant detours of finding how to do this thing and how do I do this thing and how do I do this thing and how do I do this thing. And all you're now doing is like taking all these exits off of this freeway, off of this journey towards the goal, and you're never getting there. And it's taking so much longer. And to be honest, it's probably not as good as it could be if you actually let go and let someone else do it, right? Because you're not an expert, right? Like maybe you're not an expert at social media and you are trying to fumble through this thing when all you could really do is like find someone on Upwork or Fiverr or hire, an agency, as a social media marketing agency, like go onto the directory and go find someone that can handle your social media and make it better for you to actually attract the clients, to attract the audience, to create the engagement, and to turn your fans and your followers into customers, right? And they're probably going to do a way better job at it than you because they already know what they're doing. And so you're taking off like this learning curve. You're taking away this time of what you could be doing on actually getting paid for your expertise instead of, creating content on Canva. Right? Which you can pay someone like $5 or $10 an hour on Upwork or Fiverr, or there's, all these other different sites where there's amazing virtual assistants. And so that's my encouragement for you today. And if you actually, if you're going to do this, I actually want you to connect with me on Instagram. Either come find me, Charity Majors, or come hang out with one of our Business and Bubbly Instagram accounts. And I want you to, every time you're like, I want to learn how to do this thing, and you find a who, or if you need a who, even just tag me and we'll share it. And with our community, we'll say, all right, this girl needs someone for social media. Who wants to reach out and help her? Girl, we got you. We got you. We're not meant to do this alone, and we got you. All you have to do is raise your hand, ask for help. Okay? So my challenge for you today, even this next week on the next project, the next thing that you're working on, find the who, not the how. And I want you to see how you grow and how you expand in that, because it's a pretty amazing journey when you're able to understand the power of outsourcing, the power of getting plugged into that community, and the real power of what it looks like that many hands make light work. You will be able to stay further into your joy, further into your purpose, further into your zone of genius, and be able to outsource the rest. Is it an investment? Most of the time, yes. Are there ways that you can probably do some trades with people? Yes. Find those people that are willing to collaborate with you, right? Maybe you can do some coaching for them while they create some content for you. Maybe you can collaborate on an event so that you're co-marketing things together. Maybe you can share email addresses so that when you're launching your thing in fitness and they're launching their thing, in mindset, it goes together, right? Many hands make light work.
And if you want to go far, go alone. But if you want to go fast, go together, because we are not meant to do this thing alone. All right, my friend, have an incredible day today, and go out and make it a good day, because you get the choice on how you're going to respond to what comes at your way. You get the choice. So go and make it a great day. All right, my friend. Talk to you soon.
Thank you so much for listening to the show. I hope it brought some value and some fun into your business and life. Remember to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast, and even share the episode with a fellow business bestie who you know will love it. It helps us continue to attract top-level guests and reach more and more women who are on their journey in business just like you. Remember that when money gets in the hands of good women, great things happen. Cheers to your success.